State senators who want to travel across the pond will now have to foot the bill themselves. Members of the Senate have voted to clarify the chamber's rules on travel after the Fox 5 I-team and other media outlets raised questions about a trip taken by the outgoing lieutenant governor and Senate pro tem last fall. Fox 5 political reporter Claire Sims spoke exclusively with current Senate leadership about why the changes were needed.
Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones says these rule changes are not directed at anyone specifically, but he says the Senate is not going to allow anything like this to happen again.
It is imperative that tax dollars be used to further the work of this body as we work for the taxpayers.
4 months after a highly scrutinized European trip by members of the Georgia Senate, the chamber has ruled out taxpayer-funded international travel in the future. The Fox 5 I-team was there in November when then Lieutenant Governor Jeff Duncan returned to Atlanta after a multi-day visit to London and Germany. Both he and then Senate President pro tem Butch Miller were weeks away from leaving office, but oversaw what was purported to be an economic development mission at a cost of more than $110,000.
Resolutions, the yeas are 54, the nays are 0.
Tuesday, the Senate voted unanimously to update their rules. They now explicitly prohibit senators from taking trips outside the country with Senate funds supplied by taxpayers. No members can take a Senate-funded trip outside of the state without prior approval, and no one in their final 6 months of office can travel at Senate expense.
Hopefully we'll avoid any of those mishaps in the future.
We want to make sure that the Senate rules are clear, that Senate dollars that are spent by senators or including the president of the Senate are done so properly.
We spoke exclusively with current President pro tem John Kennedy and Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones after the vote.
We don't think that someone leaving office, should take advantage of state funds, quite frankly.
In a memo the pair issued earlier this month, they concluded the November trip amounted to a taxpayer-funded vacation. That same memo says beginning April 1st, Senate leadership will publish monthly reports online detailing all out-of-state travel expenses in an effort to improve transparency. However, the legislature is exempt from Georgia's open records law, and the public only learned the full costs of the November excursion because Senate leadership chose to reveal them. The lieutenant governor would not commit to changing that law, saying both the House and Senate would have to agree.
I think what we did is a great step.
I reached out to both Jeff Duncan and Butch Miller for a comment on the rule changes, but so far, neither has provided one. At the state capitol, Claire Sims, Fox 5 News.